Okay, I got a copyright strike on this movie, The Radicals. I just played my favorite line in the whole movie, where he's a cloth dyer and he's talking about, and they're also on a journey in the school of Christ, learning truth and coming up against opposition for it. So he understands. He comes to the understanding because he's a cloth uh, um, dyes cloth. He understands that if you have one bad thread in the cloth, it ruins the whole cloth. And that's what lies do. If you even have one lie submitted into the truth, it ruins the whole cloth. Now, one of the lies that this church, our church age, has bought into would be the tithing. There is no place in the New Testament where you have to give a 10% tithe off of your income. And not only that, but in the Old Testament, it was supposed to be according to your increase. So if we were to pay 10% of our increase, that would be after we paid all of our bills, all of our house payments, all of our food, everything, then what we had left over, that's what we would give 10% of. Well, that wouldn't be very much for somebody like me, would it? Because there'd be absolutely nothing left. But anyway, it's not about that. If you go into the Old Testament, you will see that the tithing was, first of all, it was food. And second of all, the tithe was given, it was given to the people, and they would come in and have a big feast, and everybody would share in it. And there was a portion that went to the priest, yes, but that was according to the Old Testament system. But in the New Testament, it's not, you don't give by constraint, but you give willingly, not by constraint, and according as each man has purposed in his heart, according to what he is able to give. So I remember going to the church for years and years and years. It was like every single Sunday they would preach on the tithe. I had a girlfriend once that was called into the office one time because she wasn't paying enough tithe. He knew how much her husband made, and he knew what she was tithing, and he raked her over the coals for that. Can you imagine that? I mean, if anything will kill your joy and rob you of your peace, that will do it. Working for God, paying your tithe. I mean, good grief. So I see the truth of the tithe. I mean, God wants us to have a loving, generous heart. He wants when somebody comes your path and that you see has a need, if you have the ability to help them. Don't give it to the church who's spending it on designer suitcases and cars and houses. Give it to those that are in need. So anyway, this was the line in the movie that totally caught my attention, and I memorized it, and I recorded it and listened to it over and over again. This movie I've watched 100 times. You've just got to see this movie. I'll leave the link. I haven't played any of it, so I should not get a copyright strike, but The Radicals. You got to see it because we're living in the end time, and you'll see their journey. From lie into truth and more truth and more truth, which is the school of Christ. We're leaving lies and we're moving into truth and more truth. So, and of course, the end of their journey is martyrdom. Now, maybe you don't want to watch it for that, but be brave, be courageous. Watch this movie all the way to the end, and I guarantee you it's going to bless your heart. It's going to bless the socks off of you. God bless you.